In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make your design backgrounds a little bit more interesting. What's up, guys? Thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Nate Hibbert, and this is Wingman University, where our goal is to help you start and scale a print-on-demand business. Today, we're going to be looking at a tip that a lot of graphic designers use to make their backgrounds a little bit more interesting. This tip is really helpful anytime you've designed something, you like the way it looks, but you just have a solid color background that's kind of boring. That exact thing happened to me today as I was creating a journal for a client and had some problems just making the background seem interesting and really tying the whole thing together. So we're going to jump over into Spark and I'll show you exactly the project I was working on and how I'm going to make it just a little bit more interesting. So here we are inside of Spark. This is my KDP layout for the journal that I'm working on. It's actually a missions trip company that we're working with, and they wanted just a simple cover. And so this is what I came up with using an icon, which is this globe right here, and then the saying "Go serve love" with a place to put their name for this journal. And like I said, I like this layout. I kind of like everything going on here. I even like the black and white. I'm just going to keep these colors, but the background is just so boring. And so the tip that I'm going to show you guys today, how to spice this up a little bit, is we're going to look for another globe or maybe a world map, something that would cover both sides here. And we're just going to make that a slightly different shade than black. So it's just going to be kind of a light gray. Actually, on this shirt that I'm wearing here, I've done this exact style. So I'm using gray on a black just to make this whole thing a little bit more interesting. And that's what we're going to translate into the journal here. So I'm going to start by going up to add and looking in the icons, and we're going to type in probably world map. This is exactly the type of thing I'm looking for. I know that they have some world maps in here that kind of have polka dots, and I really like this style because it's not so clear what it is. It's not like we're just going to slap a world map, and maybe I'll show you guys what that would look like if we did just a full-on world map that wasn't a little bit skewed or has a little bit of more design to it than this. So if I dragged and dropped this world map in here, and then we kind of make it a gray color, we're going to move this all the way back to the back. We don't want this to be covering up everything that we just designed. We just kind of want this in the background. I guess that could work. That actually looks pretty good. But I wanted to check out this polka dot as well. Something that's not as clear what it is works a little bit better. So we're going to click on the one that has the polka dots, and that's the style that I'm really looking for. Something that's not quite as obvious what it is, but can still sit in the background and definitely transforms this from just a regular kind of black background to something gray like this. This is interfering with the graphic a little bit over here, so what I'm actually going to go and do is try to make this gray even darker so that it doesn't interfere with a graphic at all, but it is still adding some kind of texture to the background and just a little bit more going on there than a plain black background. So hopefully you guys can see how that transformed that very quickly, very easily, but definitely gives it more of a premium feel than just this black background. So if we add that back in there, you can see that it just adds some life to this design. So I know that might seem like a little small thing that you can do, but if you use that correctly, it can really go a long way. And if you start looking at some designs, I bet that you see that a lot of graphic designers do that, where they're just adding something in the background so it's not just a plain solid color, because that can be kind of boring. So if you'd like to see more tips and tricks on how I'm designing on Spark, you can click this playlist up here. And if you'd like to see how I'm designing for our print-on-demand business, you can click this playlist down here. I actually use Spark to create a lot of designs that go on shirts and cups and all that great stuff. So that playlist will live here. But until the next video, I'll see you guys around.